H-O. Uh-oh. 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 I'll just leave that there. Yeah. Alright, cool. Anyone in the chat yet? Oh my gosh, the chat like fills so fucking fast. I'm not ready for it. Hello, Senior Whiteface. Yo, Ratchet, what's good? Okay, no swear stream. Let's keep this clean and Christian. Okay, alright, fine. Alright, thank God that I have you to keep an eye on me and to keep an eye on everybody. Because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, we do definitely fly off the handle sometimes and drop a couple of G words in here. Drop a couple of gods. A couple of taking the holy man's name in vains. Up in here. That's what we do. How do I streaming. Let's just call it drawing stream. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to do more drawing streams lately to kind of fill that gap. I got bored of doing Persona 4 all the time, so... Also, I felt like the audience was sort of feeling the tedium, too. So I wanted to try different stuff. So we're trying drawing streams now. Just gonna see how long this goes, until I get inevitably bored of that, too. Okay, I've advertised it enough. I can just open this up, open up both chats, and just start drawing shit for a little bit. Wait for more people to come in. Hello! Hello there! How's Psycho? Psycho is just fine. He is doing great. He has been getting into some crazy pranks. No, he hasn't. Could I imagine Psycho, of all people, doing something as stupid as, like, a prank channel? Do you guys remember prank channels? I love that prank channels are at a point where they're just a distant memory now, you know? They're not something that we still have to deal with. They're just like, oh, wow. Do you remember when that was a thing? When we really thought about dumb shit like that? And we really wanted to see more of it? Oof. I'm just emphasizing this thing more. I should probably move on. Oh, that was the robot. So, for some context, what this thing is, while I'm waiting for more people to come in, I'll get to the requests in a bit. But what this is a great big poster that I was hoping to put up for people as like a wallpaper or something of Rayman punching, like throwing a big fist at a huge slew of baddies from all the Rayman games. Because Rayman's like character design is so freaking on point. Oh my gosh. Especially in, I want to say 2, but I think Rayman Legends had a lot of really good designs in it, actually. Yeah, I think I'd have to actually say Legends for that. Anyways, what's the chat saying? Yeah, more drawing. Back in my day, we had real content, like prank channels. Now, we have hack ball shit. Hake ball shit. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hey there, Weeaboom. What's good, man? I love this whole YouTube and Twitch combo thing for the streams. I know it's confusing for people that are in, like, one chat versus another. But I think it's more convenient for people. Alright. I don't know, draw a cake. Draw a cake? Okay. Are there enough people in here? Alright, let's start the request then. God, that was fast. Okay. Let's draw a cake. What the hell does a cake look like? I don't know, it looks rounded. Like that. This is looking more like a top hat. Let's draw a cartoony cake. I like cartoons a hell of a lot more than real life. Don't we all, in a way? That's why we get into cartoons and fiction. Need a little escapism from the frustrations of life. Not to say life isn't worth living, but that we occasionally need a break from it all. Sometimes life is a little too real for us, and so we need that escape. It's kind of like I'm getting a little like who was the painter? Bob Ross. Is this getting really Bob Ross for everybody? Yeah, of course it was, Miss Sadie. I take everybody's requests. I just draw whatever. I don't care. God, drawing streams are very peaceful. I'm starting to notice. I'm just drawing like that's all this is. Whew. Let's see. This many layers. It doesn't make a lot of sense yet, but trust me. Nothing has to make sense immediately. It all has to do with working things out. And if anybody is able to guess what this music is that I'm playing in the background, you will get a gold star. I don't know about that plate too much. This is looking more like a hat. It needs to look a little more like a cake now. I think we can get that from the top. Top needs to have some kind of layer to it. Maybe perhaps a nice frosting. It doesn't need to be that long. It doesn't need to stretch like that. In animation, that's actually an aspect of animation, something called stretch and squash. And Rayman, all right, Miss Sadie, I'm doing one at a time, so I'll do it. I will. I should maybe write these down actually. But oh wait, you were guessing the music? Gold star, Miss Sadie. Sorry, I thought that was another request. Yes, but which Rayman? Which one? Could be a trick question, and you don't even know. But yeah, there's an aspect of animation called stretch and squash. So if you've ever paused on a cartoon before, usually more really zany cartoons, like ones from like America or like greater parts of Europe or Canada, basically anything except for anime. And I say that because anime is a very prevalent format for cartoons. But yeah, if you pause on more cartoony cartoons, you'll see that the in-betweens, as they're called, are stretched out like crazy, and they look ridiculous. I mean, even in anime, some in-betweens will look really stupid. But, yeah. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit too much. I don't know what has come over me. I don't think I was talking a lot today. And so I'm suddenly just opening my mouth for the first time. Squash and stretch. The order doesn't matter. It stretches and it squashes. Squash and stretch and squash. My teacher would actually cycle between the two all the time. He'd be like, stretch and squash and stretch. And I mean, he would say both to us all the time. Stretch and squash and stretch. That was fun. Also had another animation teacher that was very quiet, which is understandable because being a teacher, first of all, is very hard because it's a level of sociability that doesn't come naturally to everybody. But also being an animator, if that's like your main profession, then that means most of your life you're used to not really socializing much at all. I mean, you're a part of a business, sure, but much of your life is just, you know, recluse to yourself, which I think is a good thing, of course. But it means that immediate sociability probably doesn't come natural to you. I don't know. I'm just trying to justify why my animation teacher, was so, like, quiet and didn't really want to socialize with any of us or explain much. He would often put in videos for the lectures. And then we'd spend the rest of the day just animating. We'd have, like, light boxes set up in that room. I really missed that class. That was a great class. I made a little animation final, and it was terrible. But I really liked it a lot. at the time. Like, even at the time, my teacher was like, "Oh, what is this? It's very good. It's very good anime." He was kind of an older guy. "It's a very good animation. It's very smooth." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." Then there was this other lady in there, and she was a very nice, very quiet, very cute Asian woman from I'm not even sure where. I'm not good at identifying stuff like that, but she was cool, and she was a crazy good animator. She was so, like, she spent every day in the animation class. I would be focusing on my other two classes, so I kind of just give animation the same amount of time I'd give all my other classes, you know, so I didn't go the extra mile, I guess is what I mean. But what she would do, she'd spend every waking second in that animation studio. It was really commendable. I liked it a lot. Oh, by the way, did you... Great Escape. Yes, it is, okay? Maybe it is a little obvious. Little Witch Academy has Stretch and Squash. Yeah, actually it does. I need to watch that more. Little Witch Academy, excuse me. Or is it Academy? I don't know. Little Witch Academy, all I ever hear from people is that it's like the best anime out right now. It's super duper fun. You know what? I like fun. I like fun a lot. Alright. But yes. Yes, Miss Sadie. You get gold star because you made you guessed 2 right in a row. That means you get a diamond star, actually. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't say I didn't do nothing for you. Boom. Alright. So this is my amazing cake. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of icing inside. I love drawing food. I really need to draw more of it. Anybody want to give me a suggestion for what to put on top of the cake? It could be a married couple. It could be a bunch of cherries. It could be a train set. Please don't make it a train set, though, because I really don't want it to be a train set. Train sets take a long time to draw. Alright, I'm gonna read Twitch's chat. Yes, Ratchet, yes, also, yeah, it was Rayman too. Could you do capital B from Yooka-laylee? Capital B, let me look that up. I don't want to look it up on the computer because then I get lost in the windows. That's only confusing to me because of my setup. Capital B! Could you do a drawing of a photo of me and Caddy? Okay, one at a time, hold on. Draw a plane set. Planes? Put a Pac-Man on top. Pac-Man, that sounds actually kind of cool. Animated foot always looks better than animated food, excuse me, looks better than... Even makes food I don't like IRL look delicious. I know, right? I feel like that started with Miyazaki. What was his name? Capital B. This is how I'm going to write down all the requests. Okay. Very funny, Google. What I meant was, yes, you just showed me a picture of a bee. That's it. Wait, that was his name? His name was Capital B? Okay. Alright, there's a reference picture. Alright, once I'm finished with the cake, I will look into Capital B. The other one... I'm hungry now. Sorry, Miss Sadie, that made you hungry. Weeaboo. Draw mastered ultra in... What? Draw mastered ultra instinct Kaioken... Kaioken. Draw Master Ultra Instinct Kaioken times 12 Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku versus Ultra Instinct Shaggy with his Mark Yo Sharingan. Train set pulls. Miss Sadie, I just said no train set, please! Because capitalism hated. Alright. Just saw Ponyo, the food in that film. Oh, mamma mia. You know what? Would you do... Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man. You know what? I'll have Pac-Man chasing one train. Okay? That's what we're doing. We're doing Pac-Man chasing one train. Here's... Draw a circle where Pac-Man is. Here's Pac-Man. Okay. He's coming out of the cake. And... Alright. Good. Good. What a hero. Am I gonna get banned on Twitch because I'm streaming drawings and not video games? No, then again, Twitch keeps like all the anime. Twitch keeps all the big titty girls up there, so why not let me stay around, huh? I got some pretty big boobs. Does Pac-Man have an eye at all? He does, right? He's got like a little, right? No, he has no eye. A little eye. Does Pac-Man have an eye? This is bothering me now. Like one little like. It doesn't look like Pac-Man at all. The lid has to be a little bit longer. Once I color it, if I color this yellow, you'll immediately know it's Pac-Man. At the moment, though, it's not quite. Yeah, that thing when you're drawing and you kind of have to, gotta arc your arm right to make it work. Okay. And then a train set. Why did I even bring up a train set? Because that's exactly what people do. They're like, I'm just like, oh, don't do that thing. And then they're just like, hold on. Now that we're on the subject of that thing, why don't you do it? I've drawn trains in the past, actually. I used to be obsessed with drawing trains. Not different kinds of trains, mind you. Just one single train over and over again. I think I made the train too big. Alright, we're going back. No eyes until his redesign. Alright, cool. He had Pac-Man eyes in 3D. This is 3D. What did they look like? I'm just curious. Also, I'm avoiding drawing the train more. Trains or wagons? Trains, like choo-choo trains. 3D. Why did you show me a picture of Shrek? That is terrifying. Oh yeah, he had the I love that eye. I'm gonna draw it right now. He had the Mickey Mouse eyes. Yeah, that. Yeah. So cute. I love him immediately. Okay. All right. Let's draw the train. All it is like a box. In theory, it's just a box. You then draw like that. Not like that. Mine's going to be a little bit more straight than that. More like that. Then we have this little arc comes around the side. Flashes upwards like that. This is oh hey Lush Plush. Perfect Pac-Man eye doesn't exist. Excuse me. Alright, I'm done. Alright. And then, to my memory, the other half of this train thing is, it starts big here, and then it typically goes down slightly. Right? Hold on. I really need to look up what a train looks like. I'm blanking pretty hard. Train. But I'm getting close. Ah, I see where my mind was at. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the reverse. Okay, so bum 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 bum. Okay. Do. Gosh, what that reminds me of is the last time I drew a train was like a year ago. This is an amazing story. Last time I drew a train was a year ago, but what's actually interesting about that is that I was helping make a movie back then. I was in this spooky, old, abandoned church place that used to be a school for priests. And the priests, and eventually that place became abandoned just because the teaching of priests, I guess, didn't catch on or something. I don't know. We still got churches around here, so it's not like churches were outlawed or were just not as popular anymore. But yeah, and this abandoned church was really spooky, and it had so many floors, and it was really kind of scary too, and it had dorms. And while I was in there, we were shooting a movie, and it's a pretty cool movie. It's the working project for it is out now. It's called Cold Walls, and it's kind of neat. It was a real pain to make. A lot of stuff went wrong with it, but that's also just the way things are sometimes when you're trying to be creative. Things just kind of fall through, you know? Whew. And that doesn't stop the fact that it was still a ton of fun to help. And while I was there, I drew a train while I was waiting for people to get set up on stuff for me to do. Of course, my job, Dradix, you helped with a film. What did you do? What was your amazing job? I was the guy that lifted things. I was the guy that everyone was like, hey, can you lift this big heavy object? Well, I certainly can. So I did. I'm pretty used to being, it's called a key grip. Guy that just moves stuff around all the time. Because it's not too demanding. It's not too high pressure, you know? You just do it, get it over with, and then you're feeling pretty good for the whole time through, you know? You don't have to constantly, you know, memorize all the lines and whatnot. This is looking less and less like a train by the second. Hold on. There, wheels. Looks like a train finally. Okay. Let's put on the things, the signature things that make a train look like a train, okay? So that I can wrap this up and move on to something else. I need to look at the chat in a second, actually. I've been ignoring it like crazy. Being a bad host. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let me just finish this. And okay. Cool. What a beautiful train. Wow. Let's give it some sticky doos, and let's crop out that. I kind of like it, actually. I'm trying to be hard on myself here because, you know, I'm just like that, but it's actually not that bad. Could have been a lot worse. It looks like a toy train, but really that would make sense to be on top of a cake. This took way too long. But that's okay, because it was a request for a fan. You do it for the fans, you know. Whew! This was a good one. Hope you guys don't mind if, you know, maybe I take a while to get some of these done, because then I can make cool stuff like this. Okay, one last thing. Let me read the chat first. I've been ignoring the chat. His eyes are him. Make the train Thomas. Hold on. Just... There, he's Thomas now. Draw 1 grain of rice. On it. This is a 4K image, by the way. Pac-Man is truly a terrifying concept when you realize he's a creature of gluttony, wedded to the act of devouring lost souls. What a nice duck. Yeah. Think you may ever do a video on Rayman M? I got a story about that, actually. Priesthood probably became less popular after the butt stuff got out. Yeah. There was actually a room in the church that we were at that was specifically for the high priest. And not to be, you know, creepy at all for this stream, but that room was completely soundproof. Like, it was a soundproof room. So, yeah. Anyways, next. White Pope needs a white van. Big boys. Now it's the little engine that could. Who was also blue. This looks great, man. Thanks for taking my request and being a good sport about it. Yeah, dude. That is one dank engine. Really do. Sounds like creepypasta waiting to happen, definitely. How about Tsuyui Asumi from My Hero Academia? So, hold on. Tsuyu sauce? What? Old man Hayden not able to write a single name. My hero, not Hedo, hero. Oh god, if you guys are fans of Rayman, you definitely would recognize this one. This was like everywhere. Oh, the frog girl? Yeah. Sure. Oh, she's real cute in this one. Yeah. Well, let's first do capital B first. Because that was the... Oh, the other one that I did. In Mexico, it's okay for priests to have children and bang. Oh, to have... Oh, okay. Interesting. Can you draw love until the 6th seal break and you summon the love? Love is sleepy and doesn't want to. Okay, so next one I'm drawing, capital B. Fantastic. Got my reference photo, which you can't fucking see, but it's him, I promise. Alright, so think about... Gonna move that over because it's taking up way too much space. Honestly, it really is. Think about Rayman Other M. I was gonna make a video on it, and I recorded footage. I own Rayman M, and I got it while I was on my big kick of Rayman. Like, I got Rayman 2, I got all the collections of Rayman 2, I got Rayman 3, Origins, Legends, all that, and I bought Rayman M at my local store. Back when I had a gaming store nearby. Now I don't have any. And... Bruce Lee, thank you for following. I don't know why my thing hasn't told me yet. It probably will in a second, though. But Bruce Lee, thank you for following. That's really cool of you. But yeah, I started doing a review of it. The thing was, I couldn't find a lot of comedy out of it. Nothing about it just screamed funny, you know? I mean, maybe I can go back to it now and find something funny about it. I know I'll get better quality footage now. Not that that matters, though. But yeah. So I did plan a Rayman M review at one point, but it just didn't seem to fall through. Miss Sadie, I will... There it is! Bruce Lee! Thank you for following. What a guy. This guy's set up. I don't know where to begin. I guess I'll just draw his head. His head, and then he's got like these little pointy jobbers coming out of him. This guy's cool. Whoever designed this guy, I actually really like him. That's not how they go, is it? No, it is. It is, yeah, because then they droop down like that. That's the point, is that they kind of go choo whoop doo, like they're supposed to droop down. I think after this I'll look up the soundtrack to Beyond Good and Evil. That's a pretty good music. Typically when I do video game music, people don't get on me as much. Although, that being said, my fucking Nintendo Direct video that nobody liked. No, people liked it. But it wasn't really that well received when it came out. People were kind of just like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. Which is fine, because it was just a topical video. But yeah, the Nintendo Direct video got copyright slammed immediately by Nintendo. They were like, this is not okay. This is copyright infringement. And so I tried to dispute the claim, and they told me to go fuck myself, so that's good. Not bitter at all. No, not at all. Not at all. I hope that I'm doing this right. Okay. Oh, you know what this music reminds me of all of a sudden? Reminds me of, Pajama Sam. God, now that was a really awesome game. There's so much shit going on with this design. Jesus Christ. Got this big round bit for his nose, and it comes out to a point. The eyes are naturally these big bulging jobbers. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I'm starting to become intimidated by this design. I think I'm getting the idea of it though. The whole idea is to grab the flow of the image. Got these two piercing eyes. I feel like I was talking about something before, but I completely lost track of it. God, he's looking scary now. He's kind of got a weird thing going on with his nose where it comes out to this point, like this, and then it does like this little, like almost a fake line. Points out like that. Does that? Yeah, something like that. Now, what's the chat been saying? It's 4 in the morning. Why, Gex? It's 4 p.m. for me. Oh, it's actually 6 p.m. for me. I'm sorry, different time zones. I agree. I'm sorry, all right? I have no idea when all of you guys are awake. Hey, Gex, could you draw Astro Boy? Also, good choice of music. Thanks, man. I'll look up Astro Boy. I got a list of requests going, but I will do yours. I feel really bad because I can already tell I'm going to get a lot of requests, and then some people are just not going to want to stay that long. If you guys don't want to stay that long, but you do still want to see your thing drawn, I do post it on my Twitter immediately after I'm done with this stream. So I will get to yours, whether you're here or not, and it will be posted. So yeah, I should not make promises like that because then I'm going to get a million fucking responses. And then I'm just going to have to end the stream at some point and not get everyone's responses. I will try my best to get yours. Please be understanding, though, that I love you and respect you, and I want to get all your requests as much as I can. Look at this guy. They really drew him to have, like, scary, wrinkly eyes.
Look at me. Look upon me. I am the lone locust of the apocalypse. Think of me when you look to the night sky.
That was from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, I think. Whoa. He's got this big fucking mouth like... He's got these gross teeth like... I love this guy. He's just... I was immediately intimidated, but now I'm like, this guy's great. This guy's a ton of fun. Look at him, he's so happy. He's like... Ugh. By the way, I hope you guys forgive me that I am wearing a Jaltoid My Little Pony t-shirt. It's just what I was wearing today. I actually went out in public wearing this too. Didn't even realize. I had a lot of people pointing and laughing at me. No, nobody noticed. Sometimes I do worry about that though. Like I go out in public and whatever shirt I'm wearing or whatever, I wonder like, do people judge other people based on their clothes? Because that's the thing. I don't do that. Like, not really at all. I'm usually a lot better at like directly telling somebody, your shirt is really cool. But I've never looked at someone's shirt and immediately made like a judgment call. Sometimes I will, admittedly, you know, pass judgment on someone silently for other stuff that they do. You know, like when someone is like loud on the train or the bus, I'll just immediately assume that like, oh, well, that guy's just clearly being annoying and is an asshole and is just a terrible person, even though maybe it wasn't the case, maybe it was. But yeah, I do definitely pass judgment on dudes all the time, but never for their shirt. These are some cruddy looking teeth. I'm very proud of these awful looking teeth. Alright, some of them need to be a little more sharper. He looks so scary. Oh, wow. He's so creepy. Oh, my goodness. I apologize. He is terrifying. Although he's supposed to be the bad guy, in my defense. I definitely did not give him any good qualities to him. It's supposed to be like a bumblebee or something? Yeah. Here, you know what? To simplify this guy a little bit, let's give him... and to hopefully redeem his scary face, give him some little wings. Bah. 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 Yeah. And bam. 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 I don't want it to look like leaves. But bam. But... Does that make sense? Am I making sense by doing this? Wow. Look at him. He looks like a creepypasta. That's like hyper-realistic face. My God, he's so terrifying. You are welcome. Oh, wow. Just the longer I look at him, the more I'm like, oh my goodness, he's so scary. Alright, so what is this? Did you know that in Pajama Sam there's an Easter egg where Sam takes a dump in the toilet? I did not know that. Also, I'm smelling mint. What is that? Please understand. Wait, Miss Sadie, I'm not following. What do you mean? You know, I thought I would never improve in drawing since I do it really infrequent, but I see some improvement, and that makes me very glad. You're improving? Wow. Awesome. Sadly, people do. Oh, about judging people. Sadly, people do. Yeah, people do, I guess. Not really. People don't tuck up when I wear something odd. Be sure to draw the classic style of Astro Boy. The 2000s and movie version are pretty bland. No, I get that. Yeah, the original artist, whose name is escaping me right now, he had so much charm to his design of Astro Boy. Alright, the next one in my list is Tsuyu Asui. Somebody told me Capital B's name is a parody of Bill Gates because they're making fun of Rare being bought out by Microsoft. I don't know if that is true or not. That seems a little coincidental, but maybe it is. If so, that's really funny. Last thing you see before you die, a fucking bee. I really want to fix this line on him. I'm being so fickle. It doesn't matter, alright? He's so ugly. Nothing will fix how ugly he is. It's like that episode of SpongeBob. He's ugly and he's proud. Look at him go. Just want to draw a bunch of lines on him. There you go. You're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. Alright. Next one. Osama Tezuka. He's a big inspiration for me. Yes! Capital B is pretty cute, though. Not the one I drew, but yeah. I think it's pretty smart to have a bee as a villain because bees are just instinctually disliked all around the world. All around the world. Hayden, draw a very suggestive Easter bunny. Who's it? Can't read the name. Yep, it's Luke. I knew it. Is it weird that I think it's a pretty cute drawing of him? Well, not weird at all. I mean, I guess it's kind of cute because he's got the little, wings. And he's got an award-winning smile. Hayden, draw confused and lonely love because he wasn't invited. These are okay. Wasps are evil. Wasps are pretty out of control. Could you draw a photo of me and Caddy from his George of the Jungle video? I'll write it down, but let me get to anime first. Is that what you call it? The Rayman 2 soundtrack is so amazing. There are a few other soundtracks that really go up against this. Oh wait, there are a few others that really go up against this. True. Very true. Okay, let's draw anime. First, a glass of water. I know some people that do drawing streams for like 5 hours. I don't even know how you do that. But maybe someday I'll be able to do that. I'll be bigger, stronger. I'll be cool as fuck. And you really opened up the floodgates with the taking all requests. I do it for you guys. I try to please the crowd. By the way, I don't know if I told you guys. I did a little announcement on Twitter, but I'm voice acting. As you know, I do voice acting on the side and stuff. And I got picked up, actually, by the Zelda Universe crew. They're doing a Link's Awakening type deal. Link's Awakening dub, like the manga. And I'm voicing two of the characters. I'm voicing a little ghost. His name is Nakura. And I'm voicing a big pig general. And his name is Karuna. Nakura and Karuna. Ooh. Pig warrior Karuna. Can't do the voice as well as I can in the recording. Okie dokie. Let us draw us an anime girl. She kind of has this, at least in the image that I'm drawing, this like swept look to the hair. It's looking a little. She's got hair off to the two sides, and then can figure this out. I promise. Remember there was a time where I couldn't speak into a microphone for more than 15 minutes, I think, without completely destroying my own voice. It's really strange, and it made making videos really hard. That was around the time I was doing the Rayman reviews, which everybody knows about, you know? And I'm really happy about, too. I know I've said in other streams and recordings that, like, I'm a little annoyed by the Rayman, by all the popularity the Rayman reviews get, but honestly, like, I appreciate all the good stuff that you guys are always bringing to my channel, because it's so tiny. But that doesn't even matter, because the people that stick around are always so, like, nice and cool. It's not like my life is going anywhere, or that I've got... Oh, not that my life isn't going anywhere. It's not that my YouTube career I ever expected to go very far. I kind of hoped it would, but, yeah. Now YouTube is so fucking messed up that not a lot of people are getting anywhere with it now. It seems like a lot of the dudes that are popular now were popular before YouTube started shitting the bed. And now everyone's just kind of hanging around like, oh, well, what are we going to do now? But anyways. Yeah. YouTube. What a good fuck. Point is, Rayman is a video game. And, yeah. I always get comments about doing Rayman 1. Like the original Rayman. I'm very on the fence about that, because first of all, recording Rayman is really hard. At least it is for me. In my experience, every time I've tried to do a recording for Rayman, it's come out either really shittily or it just crashes a lot. Like the one for GOG, the only way you can play Rayman 2 on GOG is they open up a DOS window. And sometimes with Bandicam, recording in DOS, it'll fight you, like, a lot. And then, you got the other problem that Rayman is really hard. So, yeah. Then I gotta make comedy out of it, and well, okay. Then at that point, I'm making excuses. If I could figure out, like, an easy way to record, I could probably do a Rayman review. I'm just more caught up in other stuff right now. Kind of want to go back to reviewing cartoons, and because I realize I got a bit of an audience out of that one really doopy Steven Universe review. This one also is kind of scary too. Like, it's got no eyes. Hold on. Let's start working on those eyes. She kind of has this dopey thing she does with her eyes. It's like that. Like, they're always in the corner. Like that. I really love that Steven Universe review that I did. It's really lame now though, because I don't really like Steven Universe as much anymore. It definitely lost it for me. But yeah. I don't know. I think that video was still really fun. What's the chat been saying? Oh, that's kind. Thank you, Miss Sadie. I expect you still believe in yourself. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for good vibes. What a coincidence. I was playing Link's Awakening the other day. Hey, I love Link's Awakening. I remember a friend of mine gushed about it all the time. Anything is possible if you're dedicated, man. Hell yeah, with that positivity. I really love your Rayman 3 review. I always come back to it from time to time. Yeah, that was like a part of people's childhood, apparently. I'm astounded. Because it wasn't that big a deal. A long while ago, Michel Ancel tweeted about how he thought about making Rayman 4. I don't have my hopes up, but if it comes true, that would be awesome. I would review the shit out of it, and I would promote the shit out of it, and I'd buy it 5 times. That'd be awesome. Hi, Dead Meme. Do you primarily draw using computers, or do you use paper and pencil as well? I do also use paper and pencil as well. Usually when I'm at college, I'll just sit in the back and draw backgrounds and stuff. We actually got a little running thing at my school where everybody jokes that, like, oh, Hayden's always drawing. That's the joke. I don't know. Everyone knows me as, like, the artist, I guess. Also because I always integrate art into whatever projects we're doing. So, you know, it just kind of catches on. I've never gotten into more deep, complex painting or coloring. I know a lot of really talented artists out there, like, God, no names are coming to mind, but you can find them all over the place. These really talented artists that, you know, do traditional painting, and they have their minds wrapped around these concepts I barely understand at all. No, you know what? They don't need to be curved like that. Just straight. Like, bop, 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 bop. And, yeah, if I ever let myself sit down and learn how to paint, I think that'd be really beneficial. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Your eyes look really dopey. Are they supposed to be like that? It just seems strangely wrong. I think this eye's a little off center. But yeah. Don't quite understand finger painting yet. What the fuck? I don't quite understand painting. My grandma was a painter, though. She was a great painter. Oh my god. We have her paintings all over the house. I had no idea those were my grandma's. I just thought, oh, we've got some really nice decor all over our house. Nope. My grandma was an amazing painter. And she was really talented. And she smoked a lot. And she eventually got cancer and died. So don't smoke, kids. Don't smoke at all. That's, because you could be a really good painter, too. And waste it. And she actually has an unfinished painting in the guest room of my parents' house. And really kind of an interesting looking painting. It's almost mystical. It's just a big open field with mountains in the background and one deer just sitting in the middle of nothing. And the rest of it's not painted. It's so weird. It's kind of whimsical, though. Don't do drugs, yeah. Sorry, I can't finger paint because of my walrus arms. And her grandson was a pretty okay drawer. McGruff the crime dog. Is this Rayman music? Hell yeah, it's Rayman music, man. I did it just for you, Robot Rock. Hey, after this, can you draw my OC? My DeviantArt is Drax Snacks. Add it to the list. I got a list going, so it may take a long time. But if you don't stick around for it, I'll be posting the full image, this full canvas, on my Twitter, which is Dradex, the exact same as my YouTube and as my Twitch. So hit me up. If you don't want to stick around. But I'll also go to DeviantArt and I'll link that up. Drax Snacks. I kind of like how this is going, but I don't know. It's not finished. I get that a lot. You know, you're looking at your art that's clearly not done, but you just think to yourself, ugh, it looks so bad. Of course it looks bad. It's not done yet. You gotta work for it. Please log me in. Please log me in. Piece of shit. Do you ever while you're typing in your password or whatever, do you ever... What? Well, that's not correct. That is correct. Hang on, I spelled it wrong. I was going to say, do you ever get that feeling when you're typing something in and you are worried you're about to, like, say your password out loud for everyone to hear? Oh, wow. I mean, I have no idea which one is your OC. You know, to make it easier, Draxnex, could you just put a link inside of the stream's chat? That way I can just find the link and have it on standby. That way there'll be, like, absolutely no confusion, and I can just do it, and it'll be awesome. My boyfriend used to smoke a lot because of the stress of being a teacher in modern times. Who wrote that? Bruce Lee. Cool. Really? Interesting. You know, yeah, smoking is... It's a stress reliever, but it's also a stress inducer. Now, I'm not an expert on smoking, of course, and I barely understand, like, proper health for yourself outside of just the basic general stuff, but I used to work in a pub, and there were, you know, my coworkers, and every single one of them smoked. I was the only person who did not smoke in that pub. And yeah, every time they'd get really stressy, which happened a lot because they were just very stressed out people. Every time they get stressed out, they'd have to go and take a drag, which is, you know, smoke just a little bit. Hey there, Coco Animates. Welcome to the stream. By the way, before you drop your hot request, I have a couple lined up already, but yeah, I will definitely get to it when I can. But just letting you know. No, you know what? You know what's making me moo about it? Her face does this, like, square thing, like that. Like that. Where it kind of comes down like it's, does this make sense? Yeah, like that. I remember Love was drawing to you a while ago, and he was like, "Oh, I love Tsuyu. She is so cute. I wish she was my girlfriend." Tsuyu is the best. She says dumb things all the time. That makes her the best. I am Love Note Maku. Oh, I love making fun of Love. I love making fun of Love. It's making her mouth look crazy. My parents are in the next room arguing about the TV. I want to watch Game of Thrones. Right? I play Saints Row. Sorry. Nobody's going to get that reference. I don't even really get that reference. I just remembered hearing it on Game Grumps Animated. But it was very clearly an audio clip from something else. You know what? Let's pull the hair up a little further. Something definitely smells in this room, and it's starting to bother me. Is it this protein bar? It probably is. It's sitting right next to me. Oh my god. God, stinks. Sorry if I just invoked, like if anyone got secondhand gross out from that, but that was rancid. That protein bar is not even old either. It was just sitting there. I just cracked it open to like take a couple of bites, and then I started the stream. It was so terrible. God. Bop. Bop. Bop up. I'm not really in love with that tongue. Wow, the Rayman 2 soundtrack is friggin' long. I didn't even realize. Did I make the neck too long? I think I also made the neck too long. Frogs don't even have necks. It is not accurate to make her neck that long. Just take the shirt, add a couple little shirt wrinkles there. It's perfect. Do that little neck clavicle thing that you're always seeing in animes. Gorgeous. God, the way that they drew the hair here is beautiful. They did this thing. Okay, I wonder if I can recreate this. They did this thing where the hair is braided in a way where, man, people that have long hair, you know, I hear a lot of people complain about having like long hair and stuff. You can do a lot of shit with your long hair. I guess I'm mostly talking about girls, but there's dudes with long hair. You can do a lot of stuff with your long hair. I know a lot of dudes, they're very, very proud, and they don't want people fucking with their long hair. You could braid the shit out of that. God, if I only understood how braiding works. It's a sequence of knots. And this knot comes down like this. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. I have no idea what I'm doing. Or something like that. And then it comes down to an amazing bow. Which probably... Am I getting sick? Oh, no. We cannot do that. I am going to school soon. I'm going back to school, by the way. Just as a little update on me. Skylar does have long hair, that's right. And he never braids it. You want to know why? Because he's insecure about his own hair. What a loser. Everyone, write a letter to Skylar right now. Call him a loser because he doesn't braid his hair. I feel like he probably has at some point. He doesn't seem like a person that would be weirded out by that. But yeah. Yeah. Bob! Oh! 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 Cock! Oh! I have too much on with this. No, I'm not here for a quest. Just like watching art. Thanks, man. I do that too. I look up streams just to chill out. Rayman was the first 3D game I've played, and even though I had the crusty PS1 graphics, I was still completely immersed in its universe. Fair. Tell love, Yooka-laylee, Earphone Jack Girl's best girl. I agree. She is best girl. I'm into brunettes, apparently. Well, she had black hair. Whatever, close enough. I see a lot of new people here. Have you promoted your Discord and or drawing you sell? I think you meant to say sell out, but whatever. Please recommend me some PS2 games. I gotta go soon. I am going to quickly open up my thing, and I'm going to go to my games collection. I'm going to go to PS2 games, and I am going to recommend you some. People in the chat, why don't you recommend some? I'm going to write some recommendations down now. For PS2, God of War. It's a really fun beat 'em up. The first one is really fun, but the two afterwards are incredibly fun, really amazing. The story is super goofy and all over the place and dumb, but it's you're not there for the story. You're just there for the fun. God Hand, that one's pretty. God Hand's kind of janky, I'd say. God Hand's a little like goofy as far as controls, but once you get the motion, you get it. You'll get into it. Ratchet suggests any of the Ratchet and Clank games, obviously. Persona 4. I really love Persona 4. If you're into Persona 4, if you're really into RPGs, you're really into anime, and you're really into well-written characters and really funny scenarios, give Persona 4 a look. Persona 4 is really great. The first Jak and Daxter. Fair enough. I never got into the Jak and Daxter series personally, but whatever. For horror games, Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 3. Or Silent Hill 4. Any of the Silent Hill games, because the PS2 had a great library of Silent Hill games. 2, everyone considers the best. I think it does have the best story, admittedly. But 3 was the most fun for me. I feel like there was more scary scenarios. You went to more scary places. And the monster designs were very fun. Silent Hill 3 wasn't as scary as 2, admittedly. So if you want a good scare, do that. 4 actually was really, really scary, but it was not a very interesting story. It was kind of written like a slasher film, actually. And Silent Hill 4 is one of the most interesting Silent Hill games to be developed. It was very out there with its design. So give it a chance. Give it a shot. Looney Tunes Space Race, Tak and the Power of Juju, Pimp My Ride, Taz, Twisted Metal Black. These are all suggestions from the Twitch chat because I know you in the YouTube chat can't see it immediately. Mr. Mosquito. And what else? Rayman 2. That's for the PS2. Rayman Revolution is what it's called. Oh, Fatal Frame 2, if you want another horror game. That's great. Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 1. I'd suggest, because it's also a fun slasher beat 'em up like God of War. Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3 is really, really hard if you play it on normal difficulty. If you play it on regular difficulty. So I'd suggest you play that if you want a really big challenge. The Kingdom Hearts series is on there if you're into that. I never really was, but yeah. Katamari Damacy is super awesome. Is Fatal Frame really spooky? I've never played it myself, but Skylar recommends it. He says it's like the best game ever. So yeah, give it a look. It's a spooky game, real spooky game. The Yakuza series is fantastic. It's a lot of dialogue though, so if you're not into dialogue, no, then maybe avoid it. It's very story based, but it's got killer combat. The combat's amazing, and the stories are really fun if you get into them. Oh, Destroy All Humans. Destroy All Humans, yeah. Look up Destroy All Humans 1 and 2. The best. Literally amazing. The Metal Gear Solid series, yes. I recommend that as well. That was insane. That's crazy. Rayman 3. Was that for the PS2? Maybe it was. Psychonauts. Yes, Psychonauts is all about going to summer camp for people with psychic powers, and just shit goes down, and it's really clever. It's really funny. I wonder if I'll do a video on Psychonauts. Simpsons Hit and Run. That's another one. I don't think it's as... I think it's kind of dated nowadays, in my opinion, but look into it. You might like it. Warriors, according to another person from the Twitch chat. Don't Steal Kids. Okage, the Shadow King. Bully. Oh, that was for PS2? Hell yeah. Bully, it's like GTA, but a lot more stupid. That was like GTA, but in a high school setting. I think it was pretty fun. Okay, now you guys are just fucking around. Shrek 2, George of the Jungle, Marcus the Sheep, Zone of the Enders. It's pretty good. That would definitely be a favorite for Skylar. He loves Zone of the Enders deeply. That being said, though, if you're getting this for, like, just your PS2, then whatever. The first Fatal Frame, I think, is for the PS2 still. I don't think you need to play the series in order, though. Usually every single game is about the same thing. And there's no, like, repeated characters. But yeah, no, I was going to say, if you're playing this on an emulator, keep in mind that Zone of the Enders does not run very well on any emulator. Apparently, it's just a very taxing game to emulate. When you play it on console, I imagine, you know, your results may vary, but it probably runs a lot better. Hey there, Samsungi. What's good, man? No, it's fun, but it's more childish. Battletoads for the Me Mudsip edition. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Alright, I feel like I need to move on. That's my Froggy Frog. Here's a frog next to her. He's got a tongue and he's got he's got little dots on him. This is better than that. Yeah. Let's move you slightly to the side to make this analogy make more sense. Yeah. She's better than you. Moving on to the next one. My mom's in the next room yelling at football. Hit him! Hit him! What's your favorite game right now? Hey, thanks a lot, man. I'll check out the Fatal Frame series. I should have mentioned the games I had played. A lot of what you mentioned I've played. Ah! Alright. Fatal Frame, though, is pretty fun. Klonoa 2. Also, take care. Death Drone. I heard you were taking off. Reminds me of the frogs from that one underrated DreamWorks film, Flushed. Thank you for that compliment. Or I've never heard of Flushed. Hayden, do you like the Gex the Swede is promoting Marcus the Sheep at ConCon 2020? No, he fucking isn't. Why would you lie to me like that? Oh boy. Yeah, sorry, I need to stretch. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Sometimes you just need to give yourself a little me time, you know what I'm saying? Let yourself stretch out. Let all of your joints pop. Okay. Whew. Oh. I could just hear my mom in the next room going, fuck him! How are you tonight? You might have a different time. No, it's nighttime for me. It is 7:12 p.m. right now. I am in Pacific time. And it goes well. It goes very well. I got some stuff drawn today. Somebody left me a question and I did not answer it. What's your favorite game right now? Favorite game right now has got to be... Alright, I'm drawing Astro Boy now. Let's get a good oldie in there. Good old drawing of him. That was pretty good. My favorite game right now... Well, I've been playing a lot of Nier lately, because a fan of the show really wanted me to stream it, or do something with it. And I wanted to be nice to him. Guys, I'm not drawing a wiener, okay? Stop writing comments about how, Hayden, that looks like a really good wiener that you're drawing. I'm not drawing a wiener, okay? You're embarrassing me. Stop. It's not a wiener. So anyways, I'm playing a lot of Nier, and Nier is really fun, actually. It fought me a lot, though, to try and get it working. I've got to fix this somehow. I'll let you guys know, if any of you want to play Nier Automata for the PC, because there is a Steam port of it now, hallelujah. Keep in mind that that port needs a mod to make it so it stops crashing when you enter full screen mode. I had quite a lot of problems with it, and those problems only got worse over time. Eventually, though, I managed to figure it out, though. It's a lot of, like, tweaking your settings and having this mod and all that good stuff. But Nier Automata has been a very fun game for me. Hang on. I'm not wrapping my head around this correctly. His arm would be out like that. Yeah. And his hand does this crazy thing. It goes like this. It kind of puffs out on the sides. He's not supposed to have broad shoulders. I'm very into broad shoulders. I'm just constantly drawing dudes with broad shoulders. I think because it makes a really obvious shape for me to go off of. That's not what Astro Boy looks like. He's got this little rounded body. Right? Yes. Yes. I will figure this out, alright? I am absolutely going to figure this out. Also, I feel like I got a snotty nose. I don't know what it is. Hey there, Sebastian. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? I don't know what I'm saying. I love drawing, bro. Yo, what up, Jonah? Ecuador. Ecuador. Wow. Very nice, very nice. It's Big Bird. Hayden, You don't know who I am or where I am, but there's one thing I know. There's 5,000 tons of C4 under your house if you don't publicly state you love Marcus the Sheep. Well, I do love Marcus the Sheep, though, so this is not even like a threat. Like, we're just making conversation at this point. Ecuador. Hola. Hola. You should make Astro Boy unreasonably small. Do you know the game Cuphead? I do know the game Cuphead. I beat Cuphead all the way through. I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I have beaten Cuphead, yes. And I love Cuphead a lot. I love that games like that can exist. It's just more undeniable proof that despite how very frustrated we get with video games and how we're like, there's no good video games in the world. Why do we even bother? People are always like trying to push out all this shit and just make $1 million off it, and there's so much consumerism in the world. And then there's games like Cuphead, which is just a bunch of dudes, really brilliant, and wanted to make something amazing, and they did. And it was amazing. And it was really creative, and they tried their best to make it as awesome as they could, and they did such a great job. And everybody loves it. It was a big deal when it came out. And I can already predict that that's going to be one of those games that just goes down in a bunch of people's memories as like a, fuck yeah, that game was awesome, fuck yeah. You guys remember the Astro Boy movie? When he got to that scene and he was all like, "Is there a gun in my butt?" That movie was so dumb. Is there a gun in my butt? Whoa. No, I'm not quite doing this right. It's really hard for me to look at Astro Boy and not think that he's just wearing a diaper and that's it. Not to ruin Astro Boy for anybody, but he kind of looks like he's wearing a diaper. I'm just saying. It's funny, actually, my parents said that they were going to go out, and they're not going out. They're just hanging out. Coago Game y Vinicius Sinistro Fernandez. Welcome. Hey, ever watch the original Astro Boy that used to come on ITV back in the day? No. Could you, not to be that guy, what's ITV? I'm not aware. Sounds cool, but I'm not aware. Finally. Something that I understand. Drawing fire. I love drawing fire. I'm not a pyromaniac. But I do love drawing fire. He needs to have more of a bend. His legs are too, like, robotic. I mean, they're supposed to be robotic, but not like that. Anyways, he's supposed to have a little bit of a curve, you know? It's pretty bad. The concept art of that was good, but I guess American influences fuck things up when they further develop the movie. Sebastian, why are you so mad? I'm sorry, Sebastian. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I forgot that a Canadian television station based in Edmonton that showed a unique English dub of the 80s Astro Boy cartoons. Okay, so there's a reason I've never seen it before. Sorry. His shoes... His shoe thing should be higher up. Think so? Oh, should they? It's my own fault. I'm looking at a weird perspective shot right now. Yeah, something like that. Thank you for catching that. It's a lot more of a concise drawing stream. I'm getting into like detail work and stuff. His weird Astro Boy's weird legging things, according to the canon, are supposed to be at least half of the size of his kneecaps. Alright, time to get the arm, because this arm is haunting me. I think this is the only full body shot I will let myself do, because it's I'm clearly not in the right headspace to be doing full body shots right now. For the sake of this shot, we should be slightly down. Hey, hola. Hola, Sebastian. It's never been publicly released before. Oh, so that makes even more sense. Okay. So, yeah, no, literally I've never seen this show before. I should look up some old Astro Boy stuff. The only Astro Boy thing I ever saw was in my animation class. One of the days for class, he put, the teacher, I was mentioning earlier, he put in a tape and was saying, he put in like this tape that was talking about the history of animation and how it was influenced by different cultures all over the place. But Japan was a huge influence because of Astro Boy. And not only that, some more factors came into it. Like the fact that Japan made this huge influence on the West with video gaming, and then its culture caught on as well. Some people theorize what made the big anime boom in the 90s was the success of Nintendo marketing their products to Western consumers. And I slightly believe it. I feel a little more goes into it than that, but yeah, and Astro Boy was a huge influence on animation because they were able to illustrate scene direction for animation in a way that would make animating more cost-effective. If you look at a lot of animes in the olden days, and even nowadays they still employ these techniques, shots will be directed in a way where not a lot of movement was required. It didn't take away from the scene if characters were just kind of standing around spouting exposition. They kind of brought... anime kind of brought animation into a more serious light. Like, you'd have stories about, like... little boys being made out of robots and stuff and trying to save the world, but also talking about, like, the possibilities of that little boy dying. Like, there was a shot that I saw inside of that special of Dr. Light, or not Dr. Light, what the fuck, that's Mega Man. The doctor that created Astro Boy, I don't remember his name. Him, like, sadly walking away after holding the body of his son after some big fight went down. And it's a very emotional scene, but it's cartoons. So ain't that strange? I think that's also why a lot of people really love anime, especially a lot of like young adults and stuff, because it's cartoons, but with a more adult twist to it, something that even adults can appreciate. Whereas in the West, a lot of cartoons are dismissed as, childish and only children only, which is a really dumb perspective for you to take, but it's just the way people are right now. Hopefully this kind of thinking changes over time. I fucking hate his legs. Ugh. It's just, I want to move on, but I fucking hate his legs. There's something up with it. Let's see. The way it was drawn here... Is it the perspective? Is the perspective fucking me up? I heard my mom screaming in the next room. Concentrate, for fuck's sake! Is what she's saying. Check out the 80s series. The 2000 series is more child aimed. It was really perfected the style at that point. Dr. Tenma, his son died in a car crash. Yeah, that was it. And he went all cray-cray and made Astro. Yo, dude, good drawings. Thanks, Lewis. Did you just show up? Thank you so much. I'll need to rewatch Kikaider anime. Whoa, what are we talking about? I'm pretty excited to see you beat in your art style. It's a challenge. It's a fucking challenge. I'll need to rewatch the Artist hips so damn thick. Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, you guys are talking about something else. I don't know. It's Laui? Laui? Louis? Louis? Louis. I'll do it. Silent S. Alright. Hello, Louis Massam. I bet I messed up your last name as well. Yeah, his hips are a little thick. Gotta work on that. God damn it, Astro Boy. Why are you giving me all this trouble? Do I gotta just start over? Let's start over with you. My God, my mom is going insane. Guys, don't be afraid to start over. Guys, so I've been watching a lot of Hamtaro lately, and I just wanted to share with you guys how I notice in a lot of older animes, like I noticed this too in, I was going to say Sailor Moon, but where it more so comes to mind is in this old anime I watched that, admittedly, I don't really like very much, but it's called Soul Eater. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it. It was really popular when it came out. I'm not much a fan, but that's neither here nor there. The anime, but in both Hamtaro and in Soul Eater and in a couple other animes, There's always this trope of a father that's like way too proud of their child. You ever notice that? Like they're like, I love my daughter so much and she's so cool, I'm so proud of her. You ever seen that? I just see it in a lot of animes, and so it's starting to make me think it's like a trope or something. Way better. Way better. Oh my goodness. Whew! Yeah, the shoe pads. Yeah. Is that what you call them? I call these knee pads more than anything. Wait, what the? Oh shit. Okay. Time to draw the hands. Kind of got like fat fingers. You ever notice that? I got like Peter Griffin hands. At Astro Boy and thought to yourself, this guy kind of looks like Peter Griffin. Technically, his feet retract inwards and turn into jets. Okay. Excuse me for a second, watch me run on a wheel. I used to watch Hamtaro thinking he was the hamster from the Hamster Dance music video. That's great. There's an Astro Boy game for the GBA. Wait. All my friends are like that. A little bit out of context. All my friends are over 40 because everyone hated me in high school for no reason, so I became really good friends with some teachers, and therefore I can't talk to people my age outside of the internet. I'm the exact opposite because I have so many interactions with people online. More often than not, I find myself making really good friends with people slightly younger than me. Like, I'm 23 and I'll bump into people that are like, hi, I'm 18 and I just got out of high school. I'm like, cool, you're still cool, so that's not weird, but the age is like a little weird. I'd imagine this would probably be weirder if I was actually talking to you in real life, but for now, I'm just talking to you over the computer, so it's not that weird. Also, you're a cool friend, so yeah, less weird. It's interesting the kinds of friends that you do make over time, especially when you get out of high school and start like meeting different people in different circles. I say this because what you were saying earlier about making friends with teachers and stuff. My cousin, back in the day, used to be really big into making friends with adults. So I remember one time going over to his house and thinking he was really cool when he struck up a conversation with this adult. He was talking to a friend of his dad's. And I was like, whoa. He's just talking to this golfer guy? About what? About adult stuff? Oh my gosh. And I thought that he was really cool for that reason. Alright, let's finally draw the head. Okay, so everybody knows that he's got that little spike in the back. Everybody knows about it. But do you know that he also has an ear? Right? Right? Okay. He's also got a very round head. Let's try and get rid of some of this more sketchy looking stuff. Let's draw the roundness of his dome. It's not so much like an egg. It's more like... Not too much of a separation. More like that. Yeah. Yeah. Line. Fucking web. Ooh, I'm Web. I think I'm so funny. That's because Web is funny, guys. I'm really sorry. Hayden, do you know the way? Whoa, dude, did that really just happen? Oh my gosh. Adults are old. That's a fact. Hayden, grow the Grinch face and pull out a... I'm just gonna stop reading this now. What would be the stupidest hair in anime? Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 has some killers. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a, like, easy choice for dumb hair. It's like, what even is the design of Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, or more specifically, what is the design of Yugi? His hair is so ridiculous. And that was the first, like, iteration, even back in Season 0. Well, now I'm an adult, too, and that doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah. Watch Hayden stream. Number 45. Hayden shows his true colors by making fun of his friends every 5 seconds. Number 4. Astro's hands looking really good. Thanks, man. I like to think they're pretty good. Good luck with the eyes and eyelashes. The eyes aren't that intimidating, really. It's more about just getting this head centered correctly. It's amazing how being, like, just a little off you can be with his stupid head. Like, let's see what I mean in a second. His head is supposed to be slightly more rounded, like that. Don't think about stuff like that until you are drawing it, and then there it is. Bam. You know, I really, really want to do the Yakuza series. Are you guys familiar with that? Because I love the Yakuza series very, very much. But it's a series that's full of so much dialogue, so much text, that I think it's going to be way too intimidating for the audience. Like, it's hard to keep the audience invested when, you know, all you're doing is just processing one big story. Now, the story's really good for Yakuza. At least I think it's really fun. It's like a fun crime drama, and I hate crime dramas. But, yeah, no, this one's actually really fun. But processing all of that information is just such a chore. I don't know why my mom is yelling for me right now. She knows that I'm busy. But we're going to find out together. Who knows? Maybe we will have a hilarious moment where she breaks into my room and I'm like, Mom, I'm streaming right now. Can't you come back at a more appropriate time? I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm going delirious. Been drawing fucking Astro Boy for so long I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. Whew! Actually, don't look too bad. Look at that. Who says I can't draw? And then we got a little bit of that. Hell yeah. Bam, 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 bam. I like how this was the least difficult part, and the more difficult part was like drawing the fucking torso and stuff. Just watch the moment I zoom out, I'm going to be disappointed. That's always how it is. When I'm zoomed in like this, I'm like, oh, it looks so good, and then I zoom out, and it's like, it's not that bad, actually. I think the cheek could be a little bit better. Oh, wait, it's the neck. That's what's killing me. Why does Astro Boy not have nipples? Where are Astro Boy's nipples? You guys ever look at Astro Boy and you realize he doesn't have nipples? Why is that? Did he not want to program on the nipples? Wait, program? It's not a video game. Actually, no, yeah, because he's a robot. Yeah, did he not want to program on the nipples? Why does Astro Boy not have nipples? Guys, this is the real problem here. This is the real question that needs to be addressed right now, alright? I want to bring this up to federal law. Why does Astro Boy not have nipples? Doesn't make any sense. Don't understand it at all. I feel like this is some kind of conspiracy. Let's see. Let's actually see. What would he look like with nipples? A little stupid. You look a little dumb. I'm alright. Alright. I don't know, though. He didn't look that bad with nipples. I'll take the nipples out, though, because that's not what Astro Boy is. Alright, I drew Astro Boy. Bada bing, bada boom. Woo! What a time to be alive, drawing Astro Boy. My God, we got a lot of good stuff done. Hey. I come to the stream about Astro Boy's non-nips. Mario has nipples. Mario has nipples. All the things in the world that have nipples. Put nipples for the boy and call him an OC. Welcome to heck. Female Astro Boy Jenny also doesn't have nipples. I mean, I guess I get that more, but I've watched the show recently. The art style's amazing. Hey. Woo! The head's a little too round. It has an inward bend where his arm dents it. Oh, it does. Yeah. This is driving me fucking crazy, Ewot. I just want to go home. Nah, you're good. Bam! Astro Boy! Yay! We're moving on. Alright, I need 2 seconds. I need to stand up. Oh boy. Woo. Oh gosh. SpongeBob? You got it, man. Let me stretch first. Woo. That's some scary music. Okay. Whew. Make him look more like Marcus the Sheep. No. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I need to do Ratchet and Caddy. Alright, it's been a while since I've drawn Caddy. What does Caddy look like? What's he been looking like nowadays? He's kind of got that, he's been growing his hair out a lot more lately, actually. He's kind of got that, that crazy hair. It's more like, he still has a beard, right? Oh, let me just look up a picture of Caddy. That's right, he has kind of a... You know what? He's kind of got a beard like I do, you know? Like, not a... It looks like a regular beard, but there's just that little thread that's not fully connected yet. And you kind of obsess over that. There's a lot of photos of Caddy. My God. A lot of gifs of Caddy. Aw, little baby Caddy. Back when he first was making reviews. Is this on the... No, it isn't. Okay. I was looking up Caddy, and for no reason, I'm getting torn, too. Not of Caddy, just porn. But I guess this is what happens when you look up on Bing. Okay. Caddy's got, like, these big, sharp eyebrows. I remember back when I drew him for Thought Can, he had like this I gave him like a huge nose for some reason. It's got like a pretty normal looking nose, I'd say. No, you know, that is a very pronounced nose. Not in a bad way. Kenny looks like somebody that I know, and I can't place who. Somebody else that I know. This is just my favorite face to draw. When I can't think of a face to draw, I just go, whoa! Now let's make the, it's more like that. It's like, that's weird. Start from the way top. Work your way down like that. That's a pretty good picture, Kenny. How do you draw Caddy's beard? Does my favorite version of his beard has gone through a couple iterations where it kind of has like this little added bit at the bottom. And it goes like da, 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 da. Also, because that's slightly easier to draw for the sake of a cartoon. Also got like big ears. I'm not the best caricature artist. That's I'll admit to that right now. I feel like this is looking a lot more like Geralt from The Witcher. A game that I've never played, but my brother has played the shit out of. And it tries to convince me is one of the greatest games ever. Yeah, let's actually draw a couple of legit eyes on him. There, do one there. Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what Caddy looks like. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot more detail. Perfect. Caddy. And then I don't remember what you look like at all, Nathaniel. I remember you had a picture of it somewhere. Sent you a tweet. Thank you. What app is that you're drawing with? This software is called Clip Studio Paint. Something that I would actually shit, what was it called? Krita. There's a drawing program that's actually free, and it's called Krita. I recommend you look into that over Clip Studio Paint, because Clip Studio Paint costs a great deal of money, whereas Krita is almost the same thing, and except it is a lot more. It's pretty much like the same thing, but it's free. So yeah, definitely look into that. Hey. Yeah, that's what I'm drawing with. I'm gonna do SpongeBob. I had this request before SpongeBob, though, so I have to do them in order to be fair. Yeah, you got a sharp hairline, man. And I mean that in a good way. Maybe it will look better because yeah, like bwomp, bwomp. Hey. All right. Do 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 do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Next, we're going to draw SpongeBob. Where will SpongeBob be? I'll put him right there. Let me look up a reference picture of SpongeBob so that it's absolute agony to try and draw him. Whenever I draw through a reference photo, I notice I become like riddled with self-doubt, and I'm like, oh no, it doesn't look right, no. Yes, I will draw the SpongeBob. SpongeBob. SquarePants. Hell yeah. Hi there, Sky Kid. What's good? Who knows the book series Warrior Cats? I do. That was a series that... Oh, wait, the glasses. That's right. God, demanding. Oh, my God. I'm just kidding. I remember the Warrior Cats series. Yes. Warrior Cats was cool. I did not read them. I will say that now. I did not read them. My sister read them. She thought it was very cool. But, yeah. Am I getting that right? Kind of circular glasses. Yes. Cool. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Warriors series. But yeah, the Warriors series was cool. From what my sister was describing of it, it sounds like this epic adventure, but with cats, which I think is always an improvement. Let's do a bit of more like an exaggerated pose. if SpongeBob is very angry at something. SpongeBob is such an easy design to draw. My God. Way better than Astro Boy. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. I think I just recognize SpongeBob a lot more because I've grown up with him, so I can like wrap my mind around him a lot easier. You guys remember the SpongeBob anime opening? Both of them? Once again, when I can't think of what to draw for the mouth. Oh! Yeah, Warrior Cats is about cats in the wild. They fight over... They fight over clans, and every moon they have a truth for the night, and a lot of stuff happened. Wow. There's a box. Be the box. I remember Warrior Cats, but... Hayden, can I give you -$1 for a drawing? Ooh. That's funny. Anyways. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Jacob. $9 for this? I paid $50 for this? We paid $9 for this? Well, I paid $10. Remember when Sandy had one line in the SpongeBob movie? It was good. It was a good time. Oh, happy Easter! Yo! Yatta! Easter time, man. I remember one time, and I swear to God, I think this happened because my dad thought he was really fucking clever. I was waiting for Easter to come. And I was, of the suspicion that the Easter Bunny was, moseying through my house and about to give me all sorts of chocolates. And at one point, I heard loud-ass thumping going on outside of my door. As a child, I thought, there's a giant fucking rabbit somewhere in my house. Ooh, boy. And it scared me so much. I was like, holy shoot. Holy frig, dude. But I also thought, this is amazing. This is amazing. He's here, the Easter Bunny's here, and he's gonna give me a lot of chocolate, but I need to shut the fuck up or else he's gonna eat my face off. I used to think that the Easter Bunny could be dangerous if you alerted him to your presence. I don't know where I got that from. I feel like that's not a good mindset to have, because that filled my childhood with a lot of panic. But yeah, that's definitely still a thing, though. Guys, we've been doing this stream for about 2 hours now, and I just want to call back to the best drawing I've ever made. Capital B. Anyone? Capital B? Anybody want to donate to the stream for Capital B? I'm just kidding. I am astounded that the Rayman OST has been going on for 2 hours. This is the first selection of songs I wanted to pick from. I thought I'd have to pick more. Bubblegum. I know, right? I'm so funny. The excitement for Beat is weirdly building right now, and I don't know why. I don't even know how the cube would... I'm not sure what we're talking about. I don't know why, but I just thought of Timmy the goddamn Tooth Nightmare Fuel. I dare you to draw the Demon of Dentistry. Timmy the Tooth? What the fuck? I think what's weird about him is they drew like lips on him, You know, the brown bit, like that's supposed to be lips. And they gave his eyes eyelids? Like, why? It's so weird. Yeah, the canon for Santa is pretty weird. I'm on phone and can't donate. Why? That is weird. Why is it that, praise Keck, that damn tooth. That is strange. You can't donate if you're on mobile? Because it should just be like a link below the Twitch, if you are on Twitch. Yeah, no, that's super weird if you can't do that. Thank you for considering, though. It's very nice of you. I remembered, like last week. Did I say this on a stream already? I think I did, actually. Last week, a friend of mine, John, I've been helping him as a voice actor for years and always like trying to lend my voice to his projects, and he recently did an Undertale project and I lent my voice to that as well. And he recently sent me a message saying like, Hayden, I am so sorry that you are now associated with the Undertale fandom. That must be really embarrassing for you. I was like, dude, I never even thought about that. Also, I love Undertale. What are you talking about? I love this drawing of SpongeBob. It came out really awesome. He's gonna kick my butt! Out of my way! Out of my way! Can't you see he's gonna kick my butt? The voice acting in SpongeBob was so great. Like, that was one of those shows where all the planets just aligned. And he was like... And they were just like... Let's make the greatest show ever because we have like this amazing cast and crew together. Just oof, what a time. What a hamburger. I need to start making my own little like sound bits and stuff for donations and whatnot. I should be angled a bit lower than that. This is a crazy looking SpongeBob. He's just like, everybody get out of my way. I need to catch jellyfish. By the way, Sans is Santa. Oh my gosh. Draw Sans. Hey. I was voicing Sans in a bunch of stuff. Who you calling Pinhead? Is he holding a frying pan? He is obviously holding a net. Look at the curvature. Obs a net? Anyone? Obs? I just love looking in... up slightly and just seeing this creepy shit. It's so distracting. It's just like, I'm just trying to draw and he's like,
hey, what's up? What are you drawing? Are you drawing something cool? Are you drawing a net for SpongeBob? That's my favorite cartoon. I love SpongeBob. My name is Captain B.
Whew. All right. I'll start giving this boy holes. Do you remember that episode of SpongeBob when he was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get beaten up by the bully. The bully is coming to beat me up." And when the bully beat him up, he couldn't beat him up because he was made of sponge. And so SpongeBob wrecked him. He took up like a full fist and completely obliterated that bully. Do you remember the episode when SpongeBob RKO'd someone off of the turnbuckle in WWE spit swapping makeout match 2005? I remember that. SpongeBob's got this thing where a line, and then he's got like a line for his belt. So it's like implied that he has some kind of belt, but at the same time, not really. I don't know. It's weird. There was an episode of Samurai Jack where a scientist was... where Samurai Jack was talking to scientists, and one of the scientists literally had SpongeBob's voice. Like, it was Tom Kenny, the voice actor for SpongeBob, that was voicing him. But the voice Tom Kenny was doing was just SpongeBob. Like, it was absolutely SpongeBob. And I have no idea why. It was just SpongeBob. It just sounded so out of place. Like, you got Samurai Jack, and that's like this cool, crazy action show where all this serious stuff goes on, and then you just have fucking SpongeBob coming in. He's like, "Hello, everybody, it's me, SpongeBob." And you're like, oh my gosh. I feel honored. You know who else was a voice actor of our childhoods? At least mine. I know that we had got some varying ages going on. A voice actor from... Actually, well, no, he's a voice actor to this day, so maybe he was a voice actor of your childhood, younger audience. Lamar Burton. Lamar Burton was the voice actor of Samurai Jack. He was a voice actor of Cyborg. He was the voice actor of... God, like so many characters on Cartoon Network. I don't know if I like that too much. Let's get rid of the angry face and replace it with something else. It's because I'm looking at this angry picture of him from the movie. This music makes it sound like I'm up to something sneaky. One time when I was younger, I sent, me and my brother, we were ordering a pizza. And for the special instructions that you have to give, well, not have to give exactly, but the special instructions that you can give, my brother and I decided we were going to be really funny, and in the special instructions, we told the pizza delivery driver to drive suspiciously. And when he showed up to the house, he specifically pointed us out and went, "Were you the ones that asked me to drive suspiciously?" And we were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "That was so funny." That guy was such a nice sport about it. He was like, "That was so funny of you. I was driving around the area like and I didn't know what that meant, so I was like kind of trying to look suspicious, but I stopped doing that after a second because it was just weird. And oh, I had such a laugh about that. And we were like, all right, cool. Give us the pizza now. Yeah, I think that was cool. Pick a good photo of SpongeBob. What the frig is that? Oh yeah, SpongeBob has this thing with his mouth where it kind of like does that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it does this thing with its mouth where it's like. Well, okay, it doesn't go off too much, but it's directly under his mouth like that, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, checka, boom, boom, checka, boom, boom. SpongeBob looks fucking freaky when you look at him too long. God, look at him. So excited. All right. Whoa, what is everyone saying in the chat? I was born in 2005, so I have never seen the video. Bye. Oh, see ya. Okay, I'm gonna go. I subscribed. Oh, thank you for subscribing, dude. That is so nice of you. Alright, later, man. Get into my car. This isn't epic funny pickle Rick. Draw suspiciously. The whole order isn't right. How's that? Is there a specific order to the number of holes in SpongeBob? No, he's got like more circular holes, I guess. I don't know, it's a stretched image. You know? Oh, also, it's got this thing going on. It's not showing me. Yeah, there. Kind of like a little lip butt chin, if you will. Alright, that's SpongeBob. I'll finish drawing the arm, and then what were the other suggestions? I think somebody said Sans at some point, but I believe he might have left. I don't know if like he still wants it or. Yeah, this is a great drawing of SpongeBob. I'm very proud of this drawing of SpongeBob. Never give up on your dreams, kids. Someday you'll be a really great artist, and you will use that to draw SpongeBob looking real happy. My favorite drawing still is this drawing of a cake with a little Pac-Man and a little train. That was fun. Woo! Ooh, we're getting through a wide range of characters right now. I'm really satisfied with these characters so far. Okay. Draw a pussy cat. Bumblegum, I can't stress enough. You are so funny. Alright. if a new Rayman game were to come out, what sort of tone would you like it to have? In the mood or the setting? Well, for the most recent Rayman, it was very, like, goofy and silly. So I feel like now's the time for them to revisit the more dark fantasy. And I don't mean, like, dark, like, as in, like, grim storytelling and whatnot. It seems like that's what they want to do with Beyond Good and Evil, which I'm all for. I think it's cool. But, yeah, no, I'd like to see Rayman in more of, like, a spooky, cool, kind of fantasy vibe. Hayden, please draw Marcus the sheep. I'm serious. Give Rayman a gun. Is this like the make Fred say fuck thing? Fine, we're drawing Marcus the sheep. I'm just gonna draw him by memory. He basically looks like Garfield, except better. I go through cycles with Marcus the Sheep where I'm like, oh, Marcus the Sheep was a really cool idea that we did, and we should be really proud of ourselves. And on the other hand, I'm like, Marcus the Sheep was this stupid fucking pony that Love wanted to make. And he was like, well, let's do Marcus the Sheep. It's so funny. And I'm like, it's not funny at all. And we released it, and it wasn't funny at all. Oh, whatever. Love made a recent animation that was really funny, so that was good. It's funny, actually. I was talking to Love about the animation that he recently made, and I was saying, like, you know, yeah, that animation was really good, and it was really clever. Chris O'Neill voices in it, and that was so cool. He did a great job. The whole time, Love was just like, yeah, I guess. Very clearly was super tired of that video and did not want to talk about it. Kind of went overboard with the fluff there. Let me pull back a little bit. Okay, and then his head went like that, I think, right? He was like, and he goes like, this is like early Love style, where, oh, wait a minute. He was like fluff all over his business. He was like that looking. Gorgeous. That is what a sheep looks like. Yeah, and then he's got the big ears that go like, oh, oh, oh. know some dudes that say drawing digitally is like impossible, and it'll never be as good as when you draw draw traditionally with, you know, pen and paper. But I don't know. I grew up and learned how to draw digitally because I learned how to draw through like tablets and digital tutorials. I feel like a lot of people are like that too. I guess just how they learn how to draw. This is an amazing drawing I just made. Alright, so that's Marcus the sheep. Never ask me to draw Marcus the sheep again, or else I'll set your house on fire. Marcus the sheep, everybody. I'm so proud. This amazing video that I was a part of. That's Marcus the sheep. Alright, next meme. Hey, to know the shirt's real. Make him out of guns. No. Give him a thick ass and thick thighs. What? Give him a gun. No. We're... There, okay, I gave him a gun. Where can I find Love's work, Dex? Look up Crickland. That's spelt like this. K-R-Y. Make this slightly smaller. K-Y. Y-C-K-L-U-N-D. That's his name. Crickland. Look up Crickland. You'll find all his animations and whatnot. He's real cool. Real funny animations, and I've helped out with several of them. Okay, next meme. Boss Baby the Hedgehog. I just don't like your recommendations, Twitch chat. It seems like you're memeing me. It seems like you're memeing me real hard. What's Bahram Ui? Bahram Ui. So, it's what is Bahram U a like phrase? Bahram U, Bahram Ui, Bahram Ui. To your breed, your fleece, your calm be true, sheep be true, Bahram Ui. It's from Babe. Ah. Cool. Boss Baby the Hedgehog. Sonic's secret brother from Dr. Nega Eggman's secret volcanic base in space in the future. So, we're going to look up what Boss Baby looks like. This is not helpful because his character design is not interesting. He looks like a baby. Why not draw Rayman? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna draw fucking Rayman. Fuck you. Hedgehog. Boss. Hedgehog. Draw him with a little curved torso. Winding up a really awesome punch. He's got his hand out like that. Boss baby pinch hard. Jet Set Radio boss bit. Fine, I'll draw a beat. I will draw a beat. I have been bullied one too many times, and now I have no choice. I have to draw a beat now. The head needs to be a little smaller. I wonder what kind of amazing stories could I tell about Rayman? Let's see. I remembered I was really, really terrified of the giant, sharp-toothed meatball-looking guy from Rayman 2. I thought he was, like, just terrifying when I was younger, and I used to have, like, nightmares about him. Funny, actually. I know a lot of people that struggle with a more cartoony aesthetic, and that's why they're always drawing anime aesthetic all the time, because it's just something easier to wrap their head around. But I'm the exact opposite. Like, I cannot, for the life of me, get a grip on anime aesthetic. I'm trying so hard, because I love anime so much, because I'm a dirty weeb, but I love the style so much, but I just can't wrap my mind around it the same way I can wrap my mind around cartoons. And really goofy cartoons. Which is a bit of a shame, because I really do love anime so much. But there's something remarkably fun about stuff like this. Stuff like Rayman. I really did love Rayman Legends, though. I was playing Rayman Legends like the other day. I was just having the time of my life. I was having a gas. What was Rayman registered as in that one commercial? There was like a commercial where he was like called a thingamajig. Yep, drawing requests again, Caleb. Just running through the list until I become dead tired and can't do it anymore. Drawing in generic anime style hurts. I feel people become over-reliant on that. I know what it feels like to be sucked into that mindset of just drawing the same thing over and over again. All that reminds me of is that one line in Gravity Falls that from that one character, Robbie. He was like, "Oh, I'm sure she's just dying to date a 12-year-old boy that wears the same shirt every day." Because that's just such a, like, animator joke. Or such a, like... self-referential joke on how cartoon characters wear the same exact clothes every day. Music kind of reminds me of RuneScape. Do you ever notice Rayman is just a ripoff of Plock for the Super Nintendo? You ever noticed that? Plock was a really good game. I think we could all agree on that. I was looking at, I was on Tumblr the other day, and I found a comic for Rayman. Like, it was a Rayman webcomic where all the Rayman characters looked like anime characters. It was very strange. Not to say I was inherently, like, against it, but it definitely felt weird and out of place. Kind of going back to my whole, the difference between like an anime aesthetic and a more cartoony, westernizing European aesthetic. It's like Rayman in like human mode is just kind of strange. Just a little bit weird. I want to be a drummer. Oh yeah, dude. I hope that you do a really good job, man. The running and jumping in Legends was really, really well pulled off. Pull of build of Origins and remove the jankiness of the game. Yeah, no, I really think that Legends is like a good Origins. Because I was not a fan of Origins. Origins was a bit of a mess. And I think they realized that too. They were like, oh gosh, this is a lot more janky and just not as cool as it could be. Like, I also got the feeling that they weren't completely abandoning the idea that the 2D Rayman comeback wasn't completely dead. I think the biggest problem with Rayman is just that nobody wants to acknowledge that it's cool. It has a fan base, but not... It's got like a cult fan base all the time. Which is a shame, because like... There's a lot of potential for it, but it seems like people only think about it in small ways. I don't know. Maybe it's as popular as like Banjo-Kazooie or whatever, but it never had some big recent boom that brought it into more popularity to warrant things like a game inspired by it. I don't know. I just like Rayman. Rayman's cool. I like Silent Hill more, but that's not important. And that ruins the whole argument. Alright. So. Honestly, don't mind if old game series are done with. I mean, like, new ideas are a lot better than a forced sequels that beat or just replicate what have already been done before. I'd probably go back to writing for my comic, but I'm a bit lazy. Do whatever. I get really lazy when it comes to writing, and writing is the hardest part. Like, jeez. Snort. That's not Mario or Sonic. Sticks nose in the air and walks away. If Bubsy can get a comeback, anybody can. Although, that being said, Bubsy was one of those characters that's just... He was so terrible that was the joke. Are humans like they have limbs? Yeah, it's also weird seeing the Rayman characters with limbs. Kind of defeats some of the purpose of the original art style. The new Bubsy game was better than Sonic Forces. I believe it. I believe that. Yep. Alright. There's Rayman for you. Most of the time, Rayman is kind of a good game and a bad game. I see a lot of the flaws with Rayman, but not more so than other games. And actually, unlike the Mario games, which there's been a lot of flop Mario games, unlike those, Rayman has had so few games for them to start fucking up on. The only thing people talk about is Rabbids, and that was shit because it was just such a divergence from the original premise of Rayman. I actually had fun with the Bubsy game, and it actually made me laugh at points. Sonic was just boring to me. Fair. How you doing, my shizzy? If you're talking to me, I'm doing just fine, man. Rabbids was fun. Rabbids was fine. Yeah, I mean, I get the meme behind it. People are very, you know, oh my god, it's so bad, and it's not, it's just kind of like, whatever. It's like, it just is what it is. And that's a weird party game. But it's the fact that they paired it with Rayman. Like, it felt like Rayman was selling out all of a sudden. Which is weird because it's so underground. Maybe that's what it is. Rayman felt like this constantly and consistently underground type thing. But then all of a sudden it got hit with this weird, yeah, Minions-esque thing. Better than the Minions. The Rabbids, I mean, weren't that bad, I guess. They didn't have the capacity to get really bad. The Minions got awful, and some of that has to do with people turning it into a meme. Fucking Minions. Alright. That sound effect that they used in this song, the ta-ta, that sound effect is also used in Shenmue. Bizarre. Yeah, that sound. Bum bum. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, we hame-san. Oh wait, yeah, konnichiwa. Yeah. My kumocha. Yeah, konnichiwa. Hopefully I was reading that right. Funny how all these things harken back to the Smurfs when it comes to tropes. Wait, the Smurfs? How? Pretty sure that Ubisoft... I said my bear... Ah! Konnichiwa, my kumacha. My bear's with you. Waihame. Waihame. Wow, wow. Yatta, yatta. Genki desu ka? I like to imagine that bear is one of the first things people learn in Japanese class. Well, that's not true. For Japanese speakers and learners, there's some recurring running joke that I only recently learned about called "Kore wa pen desu." Kore wa pen desu. And all that sentence means is, this is a pen. But for some reason, between people learning how to speak Japanese, it's become kind of a joke, almost. Like you're getting stuck in like a sentence and you can't figure it out. And so you diffuse the conversation by just being like, kore wa pen desu. And the people around you kind of get the idea of like, oh, haha, speaking Japanese is hard, you don't understand. It's like a weird joke thing. I kind of like it. I like the idea of it. This is a pen. This is a ball. It's katsu. I ate the katsu. Sorry. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum. I like white snake. It's my favorite animal. Wow, wow. Very nice. Very nice. Snakes are very cool. Very, very cool. I've always been a big fan of snakes. I've never met anybody that really liked snakes. It seems like everybody has that feeling of, ugh, snakes. Ugh, I don't like them. They're gross. They're this. They're blah, 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 blah. I think snakes are cool. They remind me of dragons. They're like little bitty dragons. They're dangerous, yeah, but like most animals are. Hippopotamuses will completely kill you, and everyone's like, hippopotamuses are so cute. Elephants are these enormous monsters with huge noses that elongate outwards and spit water everywhere. Like, but people like wrestle with them. I don't know. I like snakes. And I think everyone's being a big bully to snakes. Snakes are cool. White snakes, though, I've never even seen a white snake before. That sounds especially cool. And by the way, before anybody asks, yes, I did do this on purpose. That's because this is a notorious fuck-up in the official Jet Set Radio artwork where somebody drew an extra finger on the poster of the guy holding the spray can. And I find that hilarious that has made it past. Hey, Dreadix, have you seen the movie Akira? What do you think of the animation of that movie? I think Akira is brilliant. Worms are better than snakes. Skeptical. I love snakes a lot. Thank you. Put an Easter bunny with a yarmulke. Don't want to be insensitive. Why do people hate snakes so much? That's all I hear. Snakes are shit. Like, okay, we're getting some snake love. I like me some snake love. Thank you, guys. One time I found a snake as a baby and stuck it in my dinner like a rugrat. I don't believe you did. Dude, I find garden snakes around on occasion. It's a joyful moment. Yes. 5-finger beat. They're both wiggly woos. They are both wiggly woos. Did he give his 3D model 5 fingers on one side? That would be so funny, yeah. I never... Well, I mean, I guess I'd understand why that would happen. Yeah, that's not the weirdest thing to ever happen. That's a pretty easy fuck up to do. I guess it's just funny because you're a big company, right? How do you not notice this? It's so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Get the fuck out of my car. Sorry. You're from Armenia. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice. And yes, no, it's okay. It's okay if English isn't very good. I talk to lots of people that speak different languages, and it's all good. You're just here for the art, anyways. Armenia. Where is that? Is Jet Set Radio a good game? Yes, if you're patient with it. It's a game where you can easily lose your patience. I know I did. I very easily lost my patience with Jet Set Radio. It's not a particularly easy to master game. There's a lot of times where I was like fucking up hardcore and falling off of shit, and I just felt so frustrated with myself. But eventually I did get the rhythm. It's kind of... I'm not going to say that. It's just a game that has its own unique style of controlling. And if you get the rhythm for it, then dude, you can do like some crazy ass tricks with it. And it can be super duper fun because it plays off the whole concept of jumping and flipping around off like cars and trucks and all that, and feeling like a cool parkour type dude. Which is something, you know, a lot of people really get into. I mean, that's why Mirror's Edge was so fun for people. But yeah. That being said, you can definitely have the capacity to fuck up, and it can get really frustrating. So, yes, it is fun, but you can also... but it can be very frustrating at times. I guess that's my final word on it. What am I drawing? Beat from Jet Set Radio. a very cool graffiti man. Whoa. Oh, very cool. Oh, you know what? Well, I'll finish the face. Beat from Jet Set Radio. More like I beat Jet Set Radio when I was 9 years old. What's your excuse, Aaron Hansen? Do you think the Game Grumps would ever play Jet Set Radio? I'd imagine they wouldn't like try and get out the old Dreamcast for it. They'd probably just play it on the Steam version. I'd imagine that would be a fun playthrough. It'd probably have Aaron trying to do a bunch of tricks and then failing. You know what? That'd probably be one of those one-off games where Aaron plays it for like 4 episodes and then he's like, this is bullshit, and then he gives up. That'd be a good series. I'd watch it. I'd subscribe. Guys, in the comments, do you subscribe to Game Grumps just to watch Aaron have a hissy fit and give up? Because that's why I do it. Happy Easter! Happy Easter, Waihame! And happy Easter, everybody. Hey, Dreadix, if you were in the Star Wars universe, would you want to be a Jedi, Sith, bounty hunter, or smuggler? I would want to be... See, Sith always eventually just die, and they're always like dickbags that betray each other. Even Sith betray other Sith, so it feels like I'd be involved in politics. So I'd probably want to be a Jedi for the cool Jedi powers, but I would not be a very heroic Jedi. I'd probably go into hiding like Luke, and then just use my Force powers for goofing around, I guess. That'd be pretty good. I can't imagine myself in like the role of like a bounty hunter or a smuggler, because I don't like stealing very much, and I'm not a particularly like brave buccaneering pirate or anything like that. I'd much rather just have power bestowed upon me so that I can then use it for dumb stuff. Yeah, they do overlap. The goggles do overlap. Headphones a little bit. Okay. The last thing I do before moving on to something else. bada bing. Bada bling. Bling. All right. Dreadix was the actor that pirated the Porgs in episode. Dreadix was the actor that pirated the Porgs in episode 8. I don't even remember this character. So, yes, good joke. Good job. Yes. Go to bed. The Easter Bunny might catch you awake. Can you imagine yourself in the role of Jar Jar? Oh god, the days have fused. I guess days are overlapping now for people. We're finally reaching midnight. For me, it's like I'm the last one to go to bed. As far as time zones, everybody I know is like, "Oh, I'm asleep. I'm this and that." And I'm like, it's like 9 p.m. for me. Do you have favorite color? Favorite color? Blue. I used to, but I like more than Game Grumps was a side thing with John and early Dan. Now it's a full-time thing that they dedicate a lot of time in, and all these people can do so much more, in my opinion. To me, I would be Sith just because you get to meet Darth Vader, Count Dooku, Darth Maul, Kylo Ren, and the Emperor. Their lightsabers are so cool. It's a fair reason. I love drawing on paper because I feel like the material and on paper sketches go much faster. My favorite color is red. Oh yeah. I agree a little bit. I can do it on paper, but I can't do as much. With digital, I'm able to color more and experiment more. And digital is more forgiving, I feel. But I do agree. On paper, it's much faster. What if the Easter Bunny pranked your Willy while you were asleep? How would he prank your Willy? Please explain that. What if the Easter Bunny was a rabbit? What was your opinion on Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle? It was XCOM, and XCOM is very fun, but it had a cartoony aesthetic, so I thought that was very cool. I actually liked the Rabbid game. It was pretty alright. What if a rabbit sucked your dick? You would have a wet dream involving the Easter Bunny. I'm sure you can watch that somewhere on the internet. You would slap it really hard. There is actually, what was it? This old hentai series called Brick House Betty that was on Newgrounds for a little while. They're really bad, and it's not good at all. But if you wanted to laugh, look them up. Then they had an episode with the Easter Bunny and like this girl yerking off the Easter Bunny. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, the Easter Bunny is Mr. Rabbington. Hell yeah, it is, Mr. He'd probably keep all the candy for himself, to be honest. All right, should we call it a night with this now that we've reached 3 hours, or are there any more suggestions you'd like to add to this lovely selection of drawings? No, not 18 plus Newgrounds, run away. Well, good morning or good day, good evening, good morning or good night, complete stranger. It's getting way too late for me. Thanks for my drawing request, and I hope I can find these drawings back. Have fun and stay awesome. Thank you, Ewoit Verhage. I tried my best with that one. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for sticking around so long. What a cool dude. So far, I was able to find 3 Ganondorf animations and 500 pages. I'm definitely feeling the Z's. Draw Sonic in a dress. Fucking Sonic. Good night, everyone. Good night. Sonic. Sonic. Wah. Ba. Wah. Ba. Wah. Ba. When I approach the ends of these streams, I am so fucking hungry. Like, it's amazing how hungry I am. I like drawing dresses. I should draw more dresses. Hope my dad doesn't kick me out for being gay. No, but yeah, I like drawing dresses. Dresses are cool. Also, T-pose is God pose. It is times like this that I remember a 13-year-old actually watched the stream. Reflect on how bad parenting can really be. Going at it hard.
Sonic's the name, and I'm really cool. Sonic's the name, and I'm not lame. Sonic's the name, and I'm really cool.
I think I made the hand a little too big on that one. I remembered I was talking to a friend yesterday, and this is, an IRL friend. And they heard about how I do YouTube, and they were looking up my channel and my podcast, and they said they looked at the comment section of one of the episodes of my Thought Can, and they were like, God, all the people in the comment section are so rude. Like, it's crazy. And I remembered hearing that and kind of thinking like, oh yeah, you know how it is. The internet's just full of assholes, something like that. But in my mind, I'm like, are they? Is my comment section even remotely bad? I don't remember it being. Oh my gosh, wait. Did I actually hit the ending? Oh my god. Did I actually hit the end of the Rayman songs? Guys, this is where I have to call it, because the Rayman songs are now over. How can I even go on without the Rayman songs? Alright, guys. This has been the drawing stream. Alright. Good night. Dredo, see you. See ya. Dress Sonic for Smash 2014. Mom, Billy, are you watching that J Radgex again? Billy, no, don't come in. Send Sonic to Nolan. Oof. There is no words to say to you. I think I am writer. Oh, nice. If you feel alone, come to me. If you want love, I will love you. But if you want to hate, just leave me right now. But if you will forgive, I will always be with you. It's very beautiful. I want to become an animator and illustrator. Well, then you work at that, and you will become one. You just work in practice. Practice, practice, practice. All the time. And you'll become a really good illustrator and animator. One of the two. And find work. There's got to be work somewhere for you to get picked up for. Yeah, I'm just organizing now, trying to make this look somewhat decent. Hearing the TV outside talking about like Russia or something. I don't know. Do 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 do. Sometimes I feel like I'm horribly misinformed. Like I'm just like, oh, talk about Russia or some shit outside. I don't even care. And they're just like, they have just launched a missile at the United States, specifically at Hayden's house because he is a big loser. Slightly better. All right. Thank you guys for watching so much. Capital B haunts my dreams. He's so scary. He's so scary. Oh, ah. All right. Nice work, bro. You're really good at simulating 3 dimensions. Thank you so much. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get better. Trying to get an actual job. Putin hates the Dradek segments. I know. That's why he's not invited. That's why he's not invited to the United States until he actually watches the Dradek segments and gives them the respect they deserve. I'm glad BuzzFeed quizzes led me to finding this stream. BuzzFeed quizzes led you here? Holy shit. That's awesome. Bruce. Sorry, on the Twitch chat, it's like, it's fucked up. It's like the Twitch chat just is like dark blue on the dark background, so it's hard for me to read, so I have to get close to it. It looks like a great tattoo. Hey, maybe take the design and sell it to a tattoo parlor. Although we can't forget about rice. All right, we can't forget about rice. Okay. Right, everybody? Right? Single grain of rice. Chan. Anyways. Alright. I'm going to call it now. Thank you guys for watching. Change the background color on Twitch. That's true. That is true. I just haven't. What the fuck was your question? Where's all the old stream drawings at? Anyways, I post them all on Twitter typically, but I think I also post them on Tumblr. So, you know, you can probably find them. You know what? If you really want them, I can just drop them all in the shed. Just on like the art dump. You know, if that would be better. I could even drop some really, really retro ones. Ones that you probably haven't even seen. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. That sounds fun. All right, guys. I am out of here. So, be seeing you. I love you. Appreciate you. And, goodbye.